3 places of power. The leaders of 2 rival armies have learned of the location of 3 places of great power. If a mighty warrior stands upon such a location, they can leech some of the energy and siphon it away. The longer they can remain upon the place of power, the more energy they can steal. Both players roll a dice, re-rolling in the case of a tie, and the player that rolls higher decides which territory each side will use. The territories are shown on the map. The players alternate setting up units one at a time, starting with the player that won the dice roll to determine territories. Models must be set up in their own territory more than 12 inches from enemy territory. Continue to set up units until both players have set up their armies. If one player finishes first, the opposing player can set up the rest of the units in their army one after another. The player that finishes setting up their army first can choose who has the first turn in the first battle round. 3 places of power are located upon the border between the 2 territories. One lies at the center of the battlefield, and the others lie halfway between the central place of power and each narrow edge of the battlefield, as shown on the map. A player controls a place of power if at the end of any move, a hero from their army is within 3 inches of it. Only one hero can control each place of power at a time. If more than one is eligible, then the first to arrive controls it. If a hero slays an enemy hero controlling a place of power, then they immediately gain control of the place of power if they are within 3 inches of it. At the end of each of your turns, you score victory points for each place of power controlled by one of your heroes. The number of victory points is equal to the number of your turns that the hero has controlled the place of power. 1 on the turn they gained control, 2 if they controlled it in your last turn as well as this one, and so on. The player with the most victory points at the end of the 5th battle round, or when the amount of time allocated for the battle runs out, wins a major victory. If the players are tied on victory points at the end of the game, then each player adds up the points value of any enemy units that have been destroyed during the battle, including any summoned units. If one player has a higher total, they win a minor victory.